It's the Urban Sweet KMOD, My Snap Radio, D Major, Cheryl Meadow. We have Ricky Versetti and JT Campos in the studio. So, how did you two gentlemen meet?
Well, my boy JT here was actually doing a little feature on an independent film that I had got some music on, and we met at the premiere.
Word.
Was that the first time? That was the first
time.
Yeah, we met the first time at that premiere.
Yeah, you
The Josephine Theater here in San Antonio, Texas.
The Josephine Theater.
Seriously.
Yeah, Josephine
Theater. We were doing a premiere, and we actually have a mutual friend. She was an actress on the film, and she had spoke to me briefly about him, and she had spoken to him about me. So when we met each other, we kind of were already expecting to meet each other.
Yeah.
And after that, we got to, he listened to some of the music, and he was actually working on another show called American Crime at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was working on American Crime, and he wanted to do some music.
IMDb me.
Yeah, IMDb Joseph Campbell, man. And after that, he heard the music, and he wanted to make some music for that show. But I mean, we were kind of both on different schedules at the time, so it got kind of complicated. It didn't happen. And fast forward, maybe like a year later, maybe something like that.
Maybe a year and a half later.
About a year and a half later, he's working on Queen of the South, and they're doing a watch party in Dallas, and I happen to be in Dallas doing some work out there in the studio with Norbiega. Shout out Ghetto House Music. And I decided to swing by, show support. We got to support each other. Everybody should support each other when coming out to these events and just, be there for each other.
Yeah.
So I go out there, and as soon as he sees me, the first thing comes out of his mouth is, "We got to make some music for Queen of the South." And at that point, I was in a very good point in my life, and we ran with it, and we have not stopped since.
Temple was the first one, right?
We have not. We have been on a relentless pursuit and grind, and we've been chipping away slowly but surely since then. And it's only getting more intense as we go. And right now, he just finished filming season 3.
No, we is right.
I made a little. They edited me out of my. I was in 2 episodes, man. They edited me out of.
Your hand was in it, man.
It was my hand.
Your hand was in it, man.
My fingernail that was in it. My fingernail made a cameo. That's okay though. But when we were in LA, man, we ran into David T. Friendly, the one of the producers of the show, the executive producer of the show. Yeah. And he looks at me and he's like, "I just saw you in an episode." So I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah, episode 12." So I'm assuming I made the cut. So I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm in episode 12, y'all. Y'all gonna see me because T. Friendly, you wouldn't lie to me, man. You wouldn't lie to me.
Nope.
Hey, JT.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Yeah. Talk about not only the basis or the synopsis of the show, but your character in the show.
Oh man, I haven't had that question asked at all, bro. So I wouldn't even know where to start.
Really?
No, the synopsis of my character. Gosh, I'm just a ruthless SOB. I'm a Judas of a character. I killed my brother on the show. That's no spoiler alert. Season 2, episode 4. My boldness will be my enduring power. I think that's the best way to define that guy. That's it, as a character. He's just bold, rude, crass, and he's got a method to his madness. That's it. Season 3. I think I'm gonna take this back with Ricky, man. When I met Ricky on that, and I heard his music at that premiere, we kept in contact. And I've been telling everybody, well, Ricky was around in season 2. He just wasn't around like he was in season 3 for me. In season 3, he was on set every day that I was working. He was my sniper on the roof, I like to say. I've been wanting, I think I've been missing theme music. Ricky grew up listening to radio all his life. He says he didn't watch TV. I was that kid that did watch TV, right? But I've always felt like my character needed some theme music. When I first heard his music at that premiere, I knew automatically, damn, I want to work with this guy. Just like the way he's got a sound that his voice, man, it's hypnotizing.
Yeah.
He's got a nice little cadence in his rhymes, and it's like, damn, man, I like this guy. I thought about it like Fight Club. I was like, my character Boaz, needs his Brad Pitt, you know.
Nice.
And that's who he was. He was that character for me. I was like, cool, I need a
Yes.
badass. It's going to be Ricky Versetti. He's going to be the voice of Boaz. And he started making some music. But he was around in season 2 as like my dialect coach. And, you know, my tongue gets twisted and tied sometimes for the Spanish. So he helped me out.
His Spanish is horrible, man. So I had to step in.
Oh, shit. Tell it. Tell it.
Horrible. That I was just glad he was there. Season 2 when I worked, it was like trying to get a hold of him was, I need him right now, and he's not on set, and I can't automatically run to the person. I can't get my phone, so it was frustrating. And our mutual friend Olga, I don't know her last name, I can't remember her last name. Olguita, that's it. Olguita. She was great. And the fact that she was helping and she'd answer the phone, no sé dónde está Ricky. I was like, it's all right, just tell me how to say this. You know, and there was some frustration. Season 3, Ricky was there the whole time. My sniper on the roof, just my brother in arms. You know, iron sharpens iron, and so my brother's here. And I said, we're gonna get the music on. We're gonna get you on the show. Derek, the props guy, the head props guy out there in Dallas, man. Like, it's beautiful when you don't only receive love and support from some people, but the ones that you're loving and supporting on also receive that same love and support from the people that are loving on you.
Yeah.
That's some amazing energy. When that happened, man, Ricky got to do props on episode 13, and that is an awesome episode, by the way. Nice. But he got to experience it from in front of the camera, behind the camera. And the thing I love about this man is just like he's never afraid to get his hands dirty and just get all up in that mix of what it takes to know what it takes. You know, there's a lot of people say they want to do it, and they want to walk in your shoes, and they want to be exactly where you're at. But the moment you tell them that first step they got to take,
they freeze.
Oh, well, can I do that? Oh, maybe tomorrow or next week, or damn, I got my baby mama. Whatever you're, okay, sure, whatever. I'll catch you next week. No worries. That's a shout out to Johnny Joe.
So you guys have a watch party coming up this Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be at Conway's out there in New Braunfels, Texas, at 262 West John Street, and they've facilitated a nice little place for us, man. It just it's like our living room without being our home.
Yeah.
And we're there every Thursday when we're in town, when we're not like busy kicking it all over Texas.
We're also going to be DJ Snoopadelic, also known as Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a nice look right there.
At Conway's on the 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, and I will have the pleasure and the honor of also opening up for the man.
Yep.
So that's amazing. And on the 27th, we will be at Fitzgerald's with Twister.
Yes, indeed.
And on the 28th, we will be at the Aztec Theater for a music festival.
Fuck yeah.
Word.
And as soon as that's done, we're gonna drive our asses over to Austin because we double booked and we got a show in Austin that night too. So we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work.
We teleport ourselves there. We'll be there. We make it happen. We have to. Sometimes I'm glad that Ricky looks like me. Only he's the mas chulo version. You know, he's a healthier, more stocky version of me.
He's just saying I'm fatter. That's what he's saying.
Not even. Just say he's a better looking version. Yeah. And I like the way it feels like we both understand each other beautifully, that we understand that, all right, cool, I got your name riding with me where I'm at, where I got to be until you catch up. And he's doing the same where he's at until I catch up, as was the case this evening.
Yeah, sometimes we gotta split up and do the work. We can't both be at the same place at the same time, so we split up and
definitely
make it happen. You know, that's the way to go. He carries my name, I carry his name, and we the dynamic duo.
Yes, indeed.
Batman and Batman.
Yes, indeed. So it's almost time for us to wrap up everything, but I definitely wanted to make sure I get the info played before we go. What went into making this track?
The Info is actually inspired by the character of Boaz. But it's actually a Spanish track. It's in Spanish. And it's basically just talking about, how it really goes down in the life over there in Mexico. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people have never experienced it. And this man embodies it on the show. So, we built off his character and we came up with Tiempo. So Tiempo is basically the Boaz Jimenez theme song.
Yo. Ricky, JT, I appreciate both of you coming in. Great time. Definitely got to have you back. And definitely got to speak more about your background, JT. Speaking off air, God. Yeah.
Real quick, just
Hit his IMDb.
yeah, just hit up the IMDb. I've done a lot of things. It's been a lot of fun working here in Texas. I figured if I was gonna start, I had to start here in my backyard, being Texas. I started off on the movie The Alamo. I was sitting where you're at, boss man, working in radio.
Yeah.
I had to cut a commercial because Chris Tristan, my fellow DJ, was lazy and didn't want to cut that commercial, so I did it, and I saw that they needed extra for Santa Ana's army. And I said, I'm going to do that for 6 months. I told my listening audience I was just going to go kill Davy Crockett. He was the bad guy. And so I did. I got to kill Davy Crockett. Kids in school, you get to see that. And that's where my dream happened. I said, I want to be a stuntman. Life changed for me. I followed my dream in acting. And I've just met so many beautiful people along the way, so many beautiful souls. Ricky's been a beautiful brother by my side. And it took a while to catch up and meet this brother. But here we are, we're inseparable, and I always say, dude, you're not going to get rid of me unless you don't want to work with me anymore, because I'm going to stay. I'm like Chucky, I'm your friend to the end.
Yeah.
Major Cheryl Metal, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
For coming in. Truly appreciate it. Hey, y'all always remember, always free, always different. KMOD, My Snap Radio, Cheryl and I.
Shouts out to our girl Tasha from MTA Bookings.
Oh, God, yes.
For bringing Snoop to Conway's.
Yes,
Love you,
indeed.
girl. That's
Yes,
my
indeed.
bitch.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
my
indeed.
bitch.
Level 2.
Hey,
Stoner
you
for
too,
life.
girl.
Right. Hey, yo, Cheryl and I will be back next week to bring you nothing but the best in underground hip-hop, R&B, and surprises galore. We got to roll out. So, until then, sweet dreams, San Antonio. We will see you next week.